Ha! What's up, y'all? Was good? Was good? Welcome to tonight's edition of Diamond G Speaks. I am about let's call it about 40 minutes behind. Um, it is what it is, man. This cancer was kicking my ass this afternoon, so um, I'm ready to rock now, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to rock. All right, so listen. Let's pick up back up off of where we left off last night, where I was talking about the things that have been going on with my family and the different attacks that we've been under. Um, I hinted a little bit at some things that are concerns for us that are going to be getting addressed. And I believe that this has to be one of those type of things where it's a show me type of thing. Um, you deal with people who assume that they're safe, and their conduct is going to go unchecked and unpunished. So, to anybody who's watching this, please share. If anybody's watching in the Legends community, share. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned because we about to have a serious reckoning in this community. Um, but here's what we're going to do. So people know that I'm not playing games and I ain't playing with nobody. Let me show y'all how we gonna get things set off, right? Now I told y'all that we had a problem with these with Tuffy, you know what I'm saying, with Tuffy Tire and Auto Service. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly where it was at. This was at East Fletcher Avenue, and that's 1130 East Fletcher Avenue, Tampa, Florida, 33610. Anybody want to holler at them and try to find out more about this? Is their office number. It's 813 The guy that you want to ask for is Jay Constantino, or Constantino, whatever his name is. Jay, I told you that this day was going to come, brother. You know what I'm saying? I am alive, uh, and I am on the mend. Um, Unfortunately, that's not going to bode very well for you or your district manager, Mr. Fred Lawrence, or we call him Frederick, is his full name. His number is 813-431-5198. Now dig this, y'all. Let me show you how things go in this world and how people play with you and they do things to you and they have no idea who you are or who you know, right? So let's start with that, right? So what a lot of folks don't know, like I said, we've been going through a lot of stuff. We had our truck broke down. My kids were going down to Busch Gardens. Truck broke down. We ended up going down there. Truck's still running. Take it to the shop. The shop tells me that they can fix it. You know, you guys can take a look at the other videos from before when I talked about all of this. So I'm not going to really rehash it because I don't want to burn up all my time and my energy. Um, but long story short, um, the district manager there, this guy is horrible, man. He's a horrible human being. What he did not realize was that with all this crazy stuff that happened, I'll touch y'all in on it. Basically, my truck went in there running. Um, got a hold of a guy who hated cops. Apparently, was supposed to be a mechanic. Next thing you know, my truck is no longer working. Right, and then I had the incidents happen, like I told you all about. My license plate traveling up and down the Hillsborough County Expressway on another truck, just so happens to be right next to where this place was at. And then my license, I ended up getting like a warning of suspension because these bastards were traversing up and down the street or whatever, running up charges. Thank God, man, for the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department and the brother officer that responded um, to when we called them out there to come out there and actually physically see what these jokers had done. And hey, y'all, check it out. I've got it right here. So Fred Lawrence, this right here. Take a good look, baby. I'm not playing games. You know what I'm saying? You came from my family. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing no worse than human beings who look and see that a family is in distress or in need of help, and they try to take advantage of it to make their pockets fat. And then when things don't go their way, they think that they can just kind of push things away, put your car up for auction, and do something stupid. But here's the deal: like I said before, Fred, Frederick, whatever you want to call yourself, dog. I'm not a fool, right? So when all this stuff was occurring, you know what I'm saying? Not only was I taking notes, but I was also making phone calls. And as difficult and as painful as it is for me dealing with this cancer, and I'm having to fight, 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 right? That seems to be the reoccurring theme around here. People want to tell me, you know what I'm saying, basically, screw you. If you can't protect your family and you can't, make sure that the people are doing the right thing, it's open season on them. And I've gotten that from quite a few people. So now here's what it is. It's open season on you. It's open season on your ass. You know what I'm saying? We are past the friendly conversations that I have offered people. For folks that don't really know what's going on, I have given a lot of people an opportunity to make things right when they've done the wrong thing. Now I'm going to have to make examples out of people's asses. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be example number one. So tomorrow morning, you know what I'm saying, you jokers down there at that toughie on East Fletcher Avenue, yeah, I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, the law is with me, baby. You know what I'm saying? So here's where it's going to go. We've already contacted the attorneys. I was just waiting on a few more things to come back from law enforcement before I drop the hammer on these jokers. And guess what? It's all come back. Hammer's getting dropped. Tomorrow is Friday. Consider it done, right? Tuffy headquarters. I think that y'all gonna want to try to get out in front of this. You're really gonna want to try to get out in front of this. You know what I'm saying? But right now, here's where it's standing for y'all. Y'all saying? Let this be a lesson to cop haters. You know what I'm saying? Let this be a lesson to cop haters, bro. You know what I'm saying? You messed with the bull, so now you're gonna get the damn horns. I'm just tired, bro. That's where it's at. So no, we're not. I called you guys. I called them. I called your bosses and all of that. Everybody wanted to laugh and play games, right? So you guys thought that you guys had it locked up. Oh boy, but here's where things get bad for you, Jay and DM. Take a look at this here. This card here. This one here is from the toughie that I go to, right? So I'm gonna show y'all the difference between people, so I can actually use this as a learning, as a learning exercise, right? A lot of y'all don't know, and a lot of folks don't realize that we've been in this community a very long time. The toughies that we go to is located on 50. They do all the work on all my vehicles, and they have for as long as we've been down here. So we moved here in 2012. So we've been down here since. Okay. So they're good people, man. And so while all this crazy stuff has been going on, right, they just assumed that we had no help. We had nobody to have our back, just like a lot of other people assumed. But here's what ended up happening. Because of the foolishness, of these morons down here in Tampa. And because, Sasha Prodanovich and the owner of the Tuffy's Tire and Auto of Claremont are good human beings who they do what has to be done when nobody is looking, which is very important, right? So I've had the pleasure of knowing these folks, and they take care of us, man, and they protect us. So we know how things are supposed to go. We are never alone, man. You know what I'm saying? So when all of this crap was happening, right, with these idiots down here at the Tampa and the Tuffy in Tampa, right, when this craziness was going on, I'm able to bounce stuff off, the general manager there and ask them for help. Because see, things are not always what they seem, folks. You know what I'm saying? You may judge a book by its cover. You can do that, but you're going to pay dearly for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? It's it. You guys wanted war. Okay. So now I will grant you your wish. You know what I'm saying? You shall have it. You wanted to see what happens when you keep poking and poking and poking and poking. And when you thought that I was going to die, you jokers tried to pile on. There's so many of you. You know what I'm saying? Fred, your ass is grass, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Your words to me, Fred Lawrence. Remember you told me this? I will die before I get a dime out of y'all. That's what you said. But damn it, brother, the reckoning is now upon your ass, player. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring it. So tomorrow morning, you know what I'm saying? Tuffy, all hell's gonna break loose at corporate. You know what I'm saying? I've already put the calls in. You know what I'm saying? And lucky for me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got receipts. And this is just the beginning, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. I got receipts, and yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Right on. Yeah. That's what we got to do now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do now. Um, that is really awesome. So I'm very happy about that, y'all. So like I said, we have the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? So now we gonna see. You wanted to call my bluff, right? You brought harm upon my wife and my children. Not a good move. Not a good move. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna let this ass whooping be a lesson. This is step one, right? I told y'all before, be ready. I got enough material. I thought it was for 30 episodes. I got enough for probably about the next year. You know what I'm saying? We are coming. You know what I'm saying? At this point, all bets are off, right? For those who are on the HOA board that were involved in this nonsense to try to take and get yourself some cash, hey man, if you were not involved in that bullshit, you're running out of time to talk to us, right? Now, it's been almost 2 weeks since we've been back home, right? Since people found out that I'm not dead, since I came back out of my, out of my little shell here. It's been 2 weeks, right? Anyone that had a hand in anything that was going on around here has had more than enough time to come and say, hey, look, hey, Greg, Gigi, we had no idea. We had nothing to do with this. But they can't do that, right? They can't do that because they all had to sign off on this stuff. All the things that were happening in this community to my kids, I've been complaining about it, been asking, begging for help. Nobody listened, right? So now here's where we're at, right? There will be no more harassing my children. There'll be no more bothering my wife or my kid. There'll be none of that bullshit. It's all going to come to a stop. Now, for those people who got a little bit too, you jumped the gun and ran up in here and got caught stealing, things have gotten really bad for you. And now we're going to have a come to Jesus moment with the chief of police. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do, right? You think that you're going to be able to get away with something because a couple of cops didn't know what was going on and they made a mistake? You thought that you were going to walk that off? It's not happening. It's not happening. I got your asses on tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think is going to happen? I got you on tape. Oh, and by the way, now the big kicker is this: nobody can find any damn thing. I know what's going on, baby. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So now we coming for you. So if you want to find out, you know what I'm saying, the rest of y'all that did all of this bullshit and thought that you was gonna get away with it, you know what I'm saying? All the shit that y'all did that you thought you was gonna walk away from. Know for a fact you're not walking away from it. You know what I'm saying? And if you need proof, you can get ready and call. You can call these jokers here. You could call Fred Lawrence, you know what I'm saying, and Jay Constitute or whatever his name is. You could call them and ask them what an ass whooping feels like and what happens when you try to profiteer off of somebody's impending death. You know what I'm saying? There is a reckoning and there is a reaping that is going to be at hand. Right? I'm going to say something that some people may not understand. Right? Because I'm a bit fired up, man. There's been so much going on, man. And what a lot of people did not realize is that when you have everything stripped away from you and you were just left bare, you know what I'm saying, before the creator, that's like one of those moments where it's like a gut check. So you kind of know who you are, you know. I've had a lot of stuff happen to me, man, you know what I'm saying, physically. If there is any person that can look at me and not understand what God's love is or what the light can bring, you know what I'm saying? If you can't understand that, that's okay. That's okay. But you will surely understand the other half of it. See, there is no light without darkness, no darkness without light. Right? So I am a child of the light and the dark. Now, some of you know what that means. Some of you do. Others are just like, I don't know how this guy's alive. The thing that's been blowing my mind recently, man, is this here. And so since all this stuff, I've overheard people say stupid shit like, why don't this guy just die? They don't realize that their phones are still on. Stupid stuff like that, y'all. And excuse the profanity, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is Diamond G After Dark after all. So listen, in addition to that, you know what I'm saying, looking in people's faces that I know have wished harm and tried to bring harm on my family. That's been one of the craziest things. I get to look these people in their damn faces and tell them, surprise, I'm alive, you know? Now, if you don't understand that and you think that there is something that you're going to be able to do about that, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already played that game. You've gone down the road. You kept on. Y'all fired your shots. You shot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Blew your load. All right? And you made a mess. You did. You know? But now it's my turn. And it's my family's turn. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all did not realize is that my family is not just the biological family that I have, man. It's the world, baby. There are more of us than there are of you. All right? So whoever needs to hear that, understand it, embrace it. Right? And for a little bit of good word for the day, you know what I'm saying? Now that I didn't already buried those clowns, let's move on to more pleasant things. Right? Let's talk about some pleasant things. Good word of the day. Right? I want y'all, if any of you, you know what I'm saying, just take a few minutes, young people, older, I would encourage you all to take a look at what happened here with this affirmative action Supreme Court case. Right? While everybody is jumping up and down, right? You're either like hey, we need affirmative action, or you got the other people who say that there's no racism, so affirmative action is null and void. Right? Again, everybody's paying attention to that dumb nonsense. But what you didn't pay attention to was what's going on with Clarence Thomas and I can't say the sister's name right, but Jackson, the Black Supreme Court Justice, the woman. What I saw between the two of them is more telling and more more of an indictment of what our society has to offer than anything else. Now, um, the reason why I'm saying that, right, is because in Clarence Thomas's 57-page or 59-page rebuttal, and his answer for why affirmative action should be shot down, he couldn't help it. He couldn't help himself. He couldn't resist an opportunity to attack a so-called black woman. He made her his primary enemy. And this is something that has happened repeatedly within the so-called black community. Nobody's paying attention to it, but I am. You know what I'm saying? We need to do better, y'all. We need to do better. Clarence Thomas, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. And who knows? You may never see this, or you and your wife, you could care less what I got to say. But I'm gonna say what needs to be said, man. Um, you know, shame on you for going at this sister in this way. There is a better way to discuss what is going on with this affirmative action and having it or the lack thereof. There is a better way than tearing down, a so-called black woman who is a hero to not just so-called black little girls, but all little girls everywhere, right? Because she's marched to her own beat, and she's done it her way. You got to respect her. Whether you like her or not, you got to respect her. But I find it ironic that the most visceral hate is coming from Clarence Thomas, who constantly talks about how he's a black man and, this and that and overcoming things, But here's what I want y'all to pay attention to. In his 59-page answer, he damn near damned himself, right? In one hand, he's talking about how affirmative action is garbage. The system it's not needed, and it does more harm than good. And then he turns around and talks about he can't continue to tell people that affirmative action is needed when he looks back and sees the number of so-called black folks that have had to overcome long odds and achieve against, the way the system was set up. These are the words that came out of his damn mouth. So, my man, you can't have it both ways, Clarence Thomas. You can't have it both ways, man. You can't be a beneficiary of the gifts that racism has given you, and then turn around and once you've bankrupted the system, basically say, hey, you know what? I don't need it anymore. Everybody else can go to hell. And that's what he's doing. My thing is this. I have my biggest issue with everybody that's been coming around with all these different things about affirmative action and talking about these different things. They don't have a solid alternative, right? And they cannot articulate why it is that affirmative action is problematic. They cannot articulate why having that as a criteria for entry to college is problematic. They can't articulate that. And they can't articulate why it is that there needs to be other changes within the educational system. So therefore, you won't have a need for any type of affirmative action or any type of system like that, right? There's answers to these questions, but people don't want to hear it. I've seen it in a lot of these other groups. They're more content on firing ignorance at each other and like, okay, you stand for affirmative action, you stand against it. You're a racist, you're not. That's the two positions they want to take. It's not helping nobody, man. And you're doing a disservice to everybody. And in particular, you're doing a disservice to the so-called community that you think you're representing. There's what the hell happened to the times where we would actually be able to have conversations. We get out there and have a conversation with your neighbors, with folks. You want to know how I feel, I'm saying, about affirmative action, and you're a so-called black person? I'll talk to you about it all day, but I'm not going to be talking to you about the ignorance, because we got to get past that. We got to get past just the back and forth argument. right? And so we need to see affirmative action and steps taken to make sure that these type of programs are not needed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end of my rant, man. But all right, so um that's step one. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow we're gonna have some fun again. You know what I'm saying? And time's running out. If you're sitting on the if you're in the Legends community and you're on the Legends HOA for Nottingham, time is running out, right? Y'all are just about out of time. I'm not going to sit around and wait forever because look, at the end of the day, once you strip away all the fluff and everything else, what remains is what remains, right? The truth is the truth, no matter which way you slice it, right? So stop trying to ask me not to tell people stuff, right? Y'all can save that bullshit for somebody else who wants to hear it. I'm not going to not talk about what has happened to me and my family. Two, had somebody say, hey, can we fix this and make it go away? No, you can't fix it. No, you can't make it go away. Why? Because that's the way it is, right? You all came and attacked. So you want to be made an example out to the world. So let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know, I told y'all before about playing these kind of games. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to deal with someone and you're going to be a scumbag, man, be a scumbag from jump. You know what I'm saying? And ride it and stay with it. Hold that. You're going to be a scumbag, ride it till you die. You know what I'm saying? But don't turn around, you know what I'm saying, now that you didn't realize it, that somebody's not going in the ground. And now all of a sudden you want to talk. You want to talk. You want to try to make excuses. You want to try to take blame and put it on others. Nah, man the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Man the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Before I do it for you. That's the end of that's it. You know what I'm saying? End of discussion. You know what I'm saying? Asses are going to be getting blasted. You know what I'm saying? You worried about your family, worried about what's going to happen to them, what the community is going to think about you and your family and what you've done. I don't give a damn. Y'all didn't give a damn about me and mine, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody that cared about me and mine is going to be all right, man. All of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, they were down in the trenches with us when we was getting pelted. So who do you think is going to ride with us, man, when we up at the top? You know what I'm saying? Who do you think? So, yeah, you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? This one brother talked to me, man. I was out at the dispensary, man, and he was like, hey, man, he's like, we all know what they did to y'all, man. He's like, but look at you now. He's like, you ain't on no hydrocodone. You ain't on no nothing. He's like, you got forced into this, man, you know? And I was like, interesting. And then met a brother, you know what I'm saying? I was out at my FOP 176 meeting, stopped in to see my brothers and sisters, man. And I had another brother tell me, man, he said, you know, he's battling colon cancer. And he said, man, instead of us saying, why me? It's why not me? Embrace it. You know what I'm saying? And that is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm embracing it, man. I'm a medical miracle. I'm an anomaly, right? I am someone who should not exist in this world, right? But dig it. Hey man, here I am. Here I stand. You know what I'm saying? So let's get ready, man. Let's enjoy this ride, man. Let's fly. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Another blessed day, man.